What up, guys? CP the Tool Addict. Woo! Welcome to CP the Tool Addict's top 10 or 11, maybe 12. I don't know how many numbers are going to be. We're going to do my year in review of my channel and my favorite tools of the top 10 for 2022. And this order is kind of specific, I guess, but let's jump into it and just get right after it. With no further ado, number 10's coming in is our top tool, extra long wrenches. The top tool from JM Tool Co. Are very specifically extra long. Excuse me, can't talk. They are extra long, and they're great wrenches. They're almost the exact knockoff, I suppose, of Hazet's. So those became my number 10. Number 9, the Capri angle wrenches. Now, these things proven that they were absolutely worth their weight in gold and money. Came up that I like these better than the Tecton because these are actually forged where the Tectons were laser cut, and I noticed a little bit of opening jaw or spreading, so to speak, on them. So the Capri wrenches turned out really good, and for $200 for a set of these, all the way up to 27 millimeters, it actually is a great option for the budget-minded person. So, number 8. Number 8 was our trusty Cook hammers. I got some bossing mallets. I got some piston hammers. I got some ball peen hammers. I got some dual face hammers. And Trusty Cook had several ones that I hadn't had before, but not necessarily a new tool, but it was new to me tool. And I absolutely was stoked to get my Trusty Cook hammers. I did pick those up from JD Tico, so if you're looking, I honestly, with no joke, feel like that's the best place to get them. So check them out there. Number 7 is OEMTOOLS. Now, the reason why these become my number 7 is because of the fact is that this set was so cheap. For all these, all the way up to 27 millimeter for weighted sockets at $100. $100. And in fact, they are such a good deal that when I posted this video, they sold out every single set on Amazon in almost a couple hours. So it was definitely not a bad gig. So definitely worth checking out. My number 6 is going to be the Snap-on speed wrenches. Some of you might be saying, CP, those are things that are ridiculously expensive, and I wouldn't be disagreeing with you. They are ratcheting wrenches. They are made in the USA, and there was just something that I really wanted to get, so it was one of those things that was a bucket list item for me. Not necessarily the greatest top 10 item, I guess, but it was still awesome, and I was thankful to have it. My number 5 is the Lisle Tools drain pan with splash guard, and some of you might be saying, well, CP, of all the Lisle tools that came out, why is this your favorite? Well, first of all, I do enjoy a good budget-minded tool, and this is a very functional budget-minded tool. I always wanted something that didn't splash coolant back up on me when I drained it at the bottom of an oil pan. And honestly, this thing works beautifully. You can drain your coolant. It's not splashing up on your ankles, your pants, all that, getting on your floor, making that slimy mess that antifreeze does. Now, you can use it for other things, obviously, draining oil out of anything or any type of fluid that you want to, but the splash guard and this ease of the pan, I can just take the top off, dump it. It's very easy, and I think this thing was like 25 or like $50 maybe, I don't know, 25, $30, something like that. It was under $50. Definitely a must-have shop tool, in my opinion, for anybody's house. On to number 4, which is the Top Tools bit set. Now, a lot of people razzed me about the Harbor Freight Icon one, which doesn't come with sockets. I didn't like that. Not to mention the fact is that chances are it's being made in the same factory as this. But this one was a more complete bit set, and that's why I liked it. In fact, a lot of people did agree with me, and they have basically been wiped out of Amazon until infinity and beyond. I'm not sure that where these are going to be able to be found at, so I know a lot of people probably ask me in the comment box. Unfortunately, I have no source for these. I don't know how they went out to Amazon and they're not coming back, or where you can source them from. I've actually asked JM Tool Co. if they could get them, and I've gotten nothing back. So kind of a sucky thing, but this is my favorite bit set because it has sockets where Most of them don't. The VIM one's kind of big, but it doesn't have sockets, so it's different. So yeah, it is what it is. My number 3 comes in as a recent tool, and that is the CRP919E from Launch. This scan tool has absolutely impressed me. I actually was in the video genuinely honest about this tool, about how much it impressed me. It came in, it was super fast, it was actually very responsive, the touchscreen was great, it had a touchscreen and a button control function. The scan tool is one of the best scan tool pickups that I've seen yet this year. Now, I do have several other ones to investigate, but they might not all get done till the end of the year. But this is the best time to buy scan tools. So right now, this was my most hot pick. And my number 2 was the CT861 Snap-on Impact. Because this was the only Impact that I bought this year, I'm not discrediting buying anything from DeWalt or Milwaukee or anything. This was the only new tool that I had actually picked up for cordless wise, and it's really been the last tool I've needed to use. Honestly, I've already had other Impacts, so I haven't had any issues with it needing an Impact in any other way. This was just a tool that worked out fantastically, and for its size and weight, has been an absolute joy to use. I'll be honest with you. I'm not anybody that needs the brute power thing. It kind of blows my mind, because I don't necessarily need a bunch of power all the time. I just need something that's light and nimble, and the CT861 is very light and nimble. The rocker switch, everything works fantastic. It truly is just a joy to use, and I enjoy it every single time I pick it up. So with that brings us to my number 2.5. Or 1.5, excuse me. This is my 1.5 purchase. Yeah, I threw a little wrench in this deal, so it's actually a top 11, so don't tell anybody. But anyways, this is my number 1.5 pick. That is the Capri Tools Vise. Man, this thing is a gem, and it is a jewel. I've used it several times, and I absolutely love it. Definitely one of the best purchases you can make. I think it was right around $360 for this Vise. Definitely something that I highly, highly recommend. There's been a lot of great tools I've gotten this year, but very hard to pick out top 10. That's why I did 11 and didn't say anything. So Capri Tools definitely hit the mark, and this was an awesome pickup. Well, here we go. Number 1. That's the Snap-on LN47ACF. Yes, a lot of you might be saying, CP, how come you have a set of pliers as number 1? Well, let me tell you, these pliers are amazing. They have changed my view on needle nose altogether. They are absolutely the most impeccable needle nose ever made. Now, granted, they are a little bit wide at sometimes, but nonetheless, these are my favorite needle nose. The 3 position on them, the talon jaws, the ability to grip on them is just absolutely phenomenal, and I think they're just stand out the best. They will change. You're going to see designs like these come out more, like this needle nose, to be honest with you. I think Snap-on changed the game with this needle nose, surprisingly enough. So that is my top 10, hint hint, wink wink. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know down in the comment box if you like this or not. Just curious to see, but you know, I thought it was a fun one to do for the end of the year, and this was the best way for me to do it. So remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that bell. Remember, keep your hands dirty.